The New York School by Rachel Fahad. The New York School of Poetry began in the 1950s in New York City. The group of artists during this time were heavily influenced by Surrealism and Modernism. The poetry of the New York School was serious but also iconic, and incorporated an urban sensibility into much of the work, having a huge influence on the younger generation. O'Hara was born in 1926 and took leaps early on to create a successful position in poetry, much of which was inspired by art. Having worked at the Museum of Modern Art, O'Hara even wrote a poem entitled Why I Am Not a Painter, that includes the lines, I am not a painter, I am a poet. Why? I think I would rather be a painter, but I am not. Ave Maria was also one of O'Hara's most famous poems, published in 1964.
Ave Maria by Frank O'Hara. Mothers of America, let your kids go to the movies. Get them out of your house so they won't know what you're up to. It's true that fresh air is good for the body, but what about the soul that grows in darkness, embossed by silvery images? And when you grow old as grow old you must, they won't hate you, they won't criticize you. They won't know they'll be in some glamorous country they first saw on a Saturday afternoon, or playing hooky. They may even be grateful to you for their first sexual experience, which only cost you a quarter and didn't upset the peaceful home. They will know where candy bars come from, and gratuitous bags of popcorn. As gratuitous as leaving the movie before it's over with a pleasant stranger whose apartment is in the Heaven on Earth building near the Williamsburg Bridge. Oh, mothers, you will have made the little tykes so happy, because if nobody does pick them up in the movies, they won't know the difference, and if somebody does, it'll be sheer gravy, and they'll have been truly entertained either way, instead of hanging around the yard or up in their room, hating you prematurely, since you won't have done anything horribly mean yet, except keeping them from the darker joys. It's unforgivable, the latter, so don't blame me if you won't take this advice, and the family breaks up, and your children grow old and blind in front of a TV set, seeing movies you wouldn't let them see when they were young.
The style of this poem is strange, with words all over the page and a lack of punctuation. This is open form, which creates a casual conversation flow to the poem. Major themes throughout the poem include freedom, as experiencing real life and risky situations through a movie, and not being sheltered in a home to instill innocence, and sexuality, for both the child seeing the movie and the mother sending him off. The movie theater and the bedroom are symbols that represent these themes. Irony is present in the title, as Ave Maria is a Latin phrase for Hail Mary, a prayer to the Virgin Mary, while the poem mentions dark joys, which infers an affair by the mothers who send their children to the movies. Here are some photographs of lovers at the movies captured by Weegee in the 1940s.